Hey there, friends and fans. This is Grandmaster Arcturus here. And this is episode 20 of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD for the KH Wiki. And with me today again is Newmans.
Hello, friends and possibly well-wishers. Where are we up to today?
We're collecting some stuff that collecting treasure chests and then moving on to one. We're collecting the final bit of the treasure chest that we haven't got, and then we're moving on to the last world we haven't actually gotten to.
Excellent. So, basically we're wrapping up on the little treasure hunt.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Excellent. And, rather appropriate for a treasure hunt, we are back in Neverland.
Yep, just a couple more things to pick up here.
I feel seasick already.
Oh, that's not good. We may have to pull this ship over for you.
This is not a good location for close combat.
No, it's not really. And as you notice, I'm using the Lady Luck, mostly because of the boosted MP, which, as I may have discussed before, your MP is what creates your magic score, which creates how powerful your magic is.
Yep. And since you went with the magic emphasizing build, that's pretty big for you right now.
Oh, yeah. And really, if given that there's no magic boost, like there isn't a magic boost item like there is in KH2, it's really the best way to go is to choose the staff at the beginning.
That's true, because, well, in this game, how strong your magic is entirely dependent on your MP, as opposed to pretty much every other game in the series.
Yeah, and the staff gives you 2 extra MP. It's either 2 or 3 extra MP, because you start out with some extra MP at the beginning of right after you choose the staff. That's what you choose.
Yep.
In my opinion, in my opinion and several other people's opinions, it's just about the best way to play the game. Definitely that makes things a lot easier on Proud mode.
Absolutely. And you get some wind. That's nice.
Yep, I now have I think that said the second to last level of Arrow. So I have Arrow Raw, I believe.
Wait, that was the second or third?
I believe that was the second.
I have to admit I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the caption that came up.
Yeah, it was the second because my shortcut menu just came up and it said Arrow Raw.
Ah. You know, you gotta credit these pirates for putting wind in a box.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive to be able to figure out how to do.
Neverland is weird. It is weird, man.
Yeah, and as hard as this game is, I have to admit I'm actually having a lot more trouble with the post-game stuff I'm doing for my personal version of Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix HD. Because it's basically what I'm working on right now is the data fights, and they are not fun.
Oh no!
Then again,
for those, like, you could fight the original fights with pretty much a normal build as long as you're strong enough. But once you get to the data fights, then yeah, actually you need to be playing a lot smarter.
Oh, as I've noticed, though there are a couple of strategies that turn some of them into jokes, some of the datas into jokes. Specifically, I know this somewhat goes into spoilers if you haven't played KH2, but there's a boss named Syx, and basically there's an ability called Negative Combo, which basically subtracts one move from your combo, so that it takes one less move to get to your finisher.
Right.
Now, if you switch it, you get that on a Keyblade, which spoilers, you get abilities on Keyblades and armor and stuff now. But now, when you get that on a Keyblade, and you get it as your as a selectable ability from your ability list. Having both of them on means you're pretty much only doing finishers whenever you attack. And the Sykes data battle Sykes can be locked down. I think even on the campaign and the regular story mode, he can even be locked down, pretty much with if you're just using finishers.
For the most part, yeah. But unfortunately, he's one of those battles where if you don't lock him down, you're gonna get really ripped apart.
Oh yes, because of his berserk mode.
Yeah, he does not give you much leeway. If you can nail the like the system with finishers, then yeah, he's not that bad. But if you slip up, then things can go south really quickly.
Well, what I've figured out to do is basically stay in the air pretty much the entire fight, and then when he's in his berserk mode, but he cools down, and then that's when you go up, tap him, and then he'll start throwing his claymore around, and that's when you go and that's when you try to grab the claymore, and then use the reaction command on him, and then that'll and if
it clears his berserk mode.
Yeah, and then you just lock him down again with finishers until his berserk mode fills back up.
Yeah. The worst of it, though, is that unlike in the regular Sykes fight, in the data rematch, his meter never depletes all the way by itself. Like, if you leave him alone, he's just going to charge it back up even without going back into normal mode.
Yeah, because in the story mode, you can it'll deplete itself, but in the data fight, you have to use the reaction command to completely deplete the berserk mode. But anyways, enough about KH2. Let's talk about KH1, where we're fighting air pirates on a pirate ship that we're just trying to clear out so we can finish capturing all our treasures.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's a storm on the horizon too.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty that they have the skybox looking like that.
Yeah, it's nice that they put some attention into this very empty, which otherwise is like a really empty arena here.
Yeah, and I have to say it's kind of sad because Neverland seems to have the emptiest, and it's just kind of like there's not very much there.
Yeah, there's no real Neverland in Neverland.
And it's unfortunate because we don't get to see Neverland. We don't get to see much of Neverland until Birth by Sleep.
And Days.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, see, I haven't actually played Days. I've only watched the movie, and the movie that came part of 1.5.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, the movie skimmed over virtually all the individual worlds. Well, pretty much entirely.
Yeah, because it just did the story, and that's it.
But yeah, Days gave us our first actual visit to Neverland itself.
Wait, did Days come out first or Birth by Sleep?
Days came out first.
Oh.
By a little bit. And so yeah, it was actually kind of interesting because you may know that Days separated all of their world visits into missions that where you could go pretty much varied from day to day. So, for example, in Beast Castle, maybe you would not be able to go into the wings, or in Agrabah, maybe you spend more time in the Cave of Wonders, but then on a different day you wouldn't visit it at all. And in Neverland, pretty much every single visit, you visit a different area, like different groups of islands.
Okay.
And sometimes it'd be during the day, sometimes it's at night, and Hook's ship is anchored and you can drop in. But yeah, so that was the first real visit to Neverland that we got, because this certainly did not count.
Certainly not. And here we are at the final world of the game, Atlantica. Now, the only reason I'm actually coming here and locking the keyhole that's going to be here is because of the fact that you have to lock all the keyholes in order to get the secret ending.
And we can't leave that undone.
No, we can't. We have to show that.
Yeah, because we're self-respecting Kingdom Hearts players.
Exactly.
So we have to. So we have to stick to the plan and clear even the terrible world.
Terrible worlds because the swimming mechanics are completely not working. They're I shouldn't say they're not working. It's just that they don't work like they should. It's not very good.
Yeah, it's a really big hassle. And there's always some functionality that you're not going to get when you're here.
Yeah, there's let's see. It's the limits that you can't use when you're here, right?
The limits, the summons, pretty much anything that requires you standing on the ground you cannot do here.
Yeah, so you're basically limited to magic and physical attacks, and that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, not just physical attacks, but only one type of physical combo. Like normally you'd get, I don't know, ground combos and air combos. Here you don't really have that. Speaking of which, I don't know which between combo plus and air combo plus affects your underwater combo.
Yeah, you know what? I'd actually have to experiment with that because I'm not really sure.
I see. In that case,
I would imagine it would be air combo plus because
you're never standing.
Yeah, and the swimming mechanics take a page from the flying mechanics. And if I'm not mistaken, if you're in Neverland while you're flying, your air combo plus is what's used.
Right. Yeah, that's probably true. I expect people didn't really pay much attention because they were just so eager to get out of this.
Yeah, and then there was those people who kind of learned secondhand that you have to lock all the worlds in order to get the secret ending, and they're like, oh crap, now I have to go back and do that.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go back and go to that world.
Uh-huh. It's also, unfortunately, pretty easy to get lost here. There are lots of problems here.
Yeah, there's a lot, and it's not fun. I mean, you have to do it if you're gonna 100% the game, and it's just something you have to put up with.
It's trying.
Yeah. So right now it says we are missing just 2 more Trinity marks. One is here next to the throne, and I'm not sure I quite remember where the last one is.
No, let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Oh, I know where it is. It's in the city area. I think it's a white one.
Well, that's the one I'm talking about. It's the one that's the one that's right in front of the in the area right before the throne room.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I don't know that the last one is in this world. It may be, and I may just we may get it, but I don't know because I can't remember quite offhand which ones I have and have not gotten. I haven't watched these videos in a while, as you can tell.
And here we get our first taste of Underwater Heartless.
Yep, and I like Sora's reaction right there when he sees the shell open and sees the safe one. He's like, what the heck is going on?
How long have they been hiding that in there?
Now, really, to be quite honest, if you're gonna take the best party members for this world, I would say that Ariel surpasses Donald as a party member, if only because she is a bit stronger and you can set her up to be to play a little bit better than Donald, because you can't choose what magic attacks that Donald uses. You could
Yeah, you
just
can
use whatever.
you can determine his overall strategy, but you can't pick out which spells he can use.
Unlike the second game, where you can choose specifically which spells he uses.
Yeah,
Because
because
his spells are listed in the same area as his regular abilities.
right.
And
But here they just let him have all of Sora's magic.
Yep, and he just uses whichever one at random. Whichever one he deems is the right one for the job.
What does he know?
Yeah. Granted, he is somewhat smart. It's just sometimes he just does not choose to use the right things at the right time.
Yeah, and that's... I know we haven't gotten there yet, but that's why Donald, I really never take him to meet the Phantom.
Oh, I don't think anybody does, unless they're really trying to push their skills just to see if they can actually do it.
Yeah.
And as
There's really no point.
Also, you may have noticed, like about a minute ago, there was that red shell. There are red, blue, and yellow shells here in Atlantica, and as well as the normal white ones. The red ones you have to hit with fire to open up, and then the blue ones you have to hit with blizzard, and the yellow ones you hit with lightning or thunder, and then the white ones you hit with physical attacks. And they're basically just special. They're just Atlantica.
They're flavorized treasure chests.
Yes, flavorized.
Except that you don't actually need to use the open commands for a change.
Yeah.
But you still can't open them in battle.
Yep. Because if you try to, the shell is just like, nope, and closes right back.
Fire is not curving just the way you want it here.
No, and it's, I've had some friends and I joke about, how are you able to use fire underwater? Seems like it would be counterproductive.
Yeah. Also thunder. That seems incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, it seems like that would kill us.
Yes. Actually, thunder, now that I think about it, thunder... Oh, no, well, obviously. But even blizzard would be trouble underwater. Because then you just end up with like a huge line of ice.
Yeah, and well, about thunder though, the game kind of discourages use of thunder here in Atlantica because a lot of the enemies are either resistant or immune to it, and it seems
silly.
Yeah, it's a way for them to point you toward. They're trying to say, hey, use fire or blizzard. They work better here.
I mean, that's true, but still. It's not nice of them to, like, enforce that with that kind of rule.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? I mean, they have to give immunities and resistances to enemies so that you are encouraged to use other kinds of strategies and just don't stick with the same thing all the entire time. Now, I do want to point out something about these white mushrooms. These aren't... the one that was sitting there is not a normal one. Because it will stay on this stop animation no matter what. And if you use stop on it, a pink agaricus will pop out, just like it would in Deep Jungle. But you don't want to try to mess with the pink agaricus here because it requires doing combos in order to get the best prizes from it, and it's really hard to build up your combo score on the pink agaricus here in Atlantica, especially since you can't lock Donald and Goofy out of the fight with a glitch like you can in Deep Jungle, and
you don't have any of the abilities that you would normally use to boost up your combo to.
Oh no, because yeah, the one you would use, Ragnarok.
Right.
And as I was saying, Donald and Goofy, if they attack the pink agaricus, each time they attack, they take one hit away from your combo. So it's as you can summon the pink agaricus here in Atlantica if you want, but it's definitely not a wise decision to do so, because you're not going to be able to get the best prizes from it.
Yeah, it's basically a waste of effort.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
And we've got some more search ghosts here, of course. Got them wandering around.
Yeah. I don't really know why they decided to put them in Atlantica, but whatever, guys.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it didn't really make sense for them to put it in Monstro either.
That's true, it didn't.
Fire!
I guess they just didn't want to design more underwater Heartless.
I guess. I mean, because there's not many to begin with. There's only like there's the Aqua tank, the Screwdiver, the
Sea Neon, the big Sea Neon, which is the sheltering zone.
Yeah, and that's the only, those are the 4 Atlantica specific Heartless.
Yeah. Kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It would take a lot more effort and time to create a whole new set of Heartless specifically for Atlantica, so they just created 4 to give it a little bit of its own flavor, and then populated the rest of the area with its own with normal Heartless shoots, with normal Heartless like the Search Ghosts.
Yeah. I guess those were the best generic Heartless that they could have chosen, because everyone else stands on the ground.
Yeah, pretty much. Or they fly in the air, and that wouldn't really work underwater. I can't see the air pirates really working here.
Or the pirate ship, even.
Yeah, that really wouldn't work.
That'd be cool, but wouldn't make a lot of sense.
That's right. Now here's the second to last Trinity mark. And it gives us an Aura Chalcum, which will be useful for creating the final set of weapons for all of the for Donald, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and the synthesis shop.
The Trinity is probably the only exception to the no ground abilities in Atlantica.
No, wait a minute, what?
Well, normally you can only use Trinity while you're standing on the ground.
Oh, you mean as in the white Trinity or yellow Trinity or green or blue?
Yeah, the Trinity marks.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant the limit Trinity.
Well, that too, I think. But yeah, we haven't even gone there yet.
Oh, I didn't know that it would even be. I'll have to experiment with that, because I don't think I actually ever tried to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if you could use that underwater, because it's really just an area of effect explosion magic attack.
Yeah, but the animation involves a lot of the use of Sora's feet.
Yeah, because he dances around and shoves the Keyblade into the ground.
Yeah.
That was too close.
Goofy does a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
I have my trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside.
This castle has the worst security.
It really does. It's kind of weird that way.
They got all the way to the throne room before being taken out.
When will you listen? It's dangerous out there.
And I like how
Strange creatures lurk outside.
King Triton here is telling Ariel to stay inside the castle and not to go outside. Problem is, the castle is just this one room.
Yeah, and look how far the Heartless got into there.
And who are
So it's kind of like, well, you're telling her to stay here, but if you're telling her to just stay in this one room, I can see why she'd run away. The friggin' thing is it'd be boring just to sit here.
We came to find the keyhole.
The what?
I'm pretty sure King Triton's like the worst parent
There's no
ever.
such thing. Certainly not here.
Very possible, yes.
I really like the
Not another word. You are
I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the rippling way in the background. Like the lens effect through the water.
Perhaps I'm being
Yep,
too
that was a
strict.
smart move, dude.
I'm just concerned for her safety.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Nothing
But I
can
must
go
admit, now I'm
possibly
quite curious
wrong.
about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Also, that's clearly a
Just
tiara
as
that
you
he's wearing.
suspected, Your Majesty. They seem to be coming
Yeah.
from first
I
I'm not
knew
even going to touch that with a
That
10-foot
sea witch
pole.
is up to no good again. I see.
I'm just saying.
exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
I feel like we need more backstory for Ursula.
It really just requires you to just watch the movie. Pretty much.
Even the movie didn't have much. It's like, she really hates Triton.
Why?
And that's it.
Yeah, just why though?
The only thing I know is that at one point she got kicked out of the palace, and then she held a grudge, and that's about it. That's all I got.
Yep. Okay, and that's all we have for this week's episode. So next week we will continue Atlantica, and I believe we'll actually complete it. So see you then.
Peace out.